The next topic.
The la- the last song y'all just played, that was a nice track.
Yeah, that was John and Ra.
Okay.
So I guess that Takashi's baby mom and the baby accident happened in Easter, and the child is 6 years old. But they were in an Uber, so they weren't even. She wasn't even driving.
Who wasn't driving?
What they got in the wreck or
Yeah, the
something?
They
yeah.
got into a wreck. Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. So they were in the Uber minivan on the expressway in New York. And the sister was there too in the car. So then the driver suddenly got cut off, resulted in them rear-ended pretty badly. They were told that they were scared, and right after the whole ordeal, the ambulance was called out, and everybody was taken to the hospital. Her sister, the baby. The sister got whiplash. The baby mom got pain in her arm. Let's see. Also had a concussion and battling multiple sclerosis prior to the crash.
Right. So back in New York, I'm not for sure if you ever seen like any type of movies or videos, but it's a fact. Like we speed, like it's a like it's just a crazy driving. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like when I go back home, it be so scary because when I was home, I was able to like dip because we be dipping back home. But it's a different driving. So if they got hit, most likely they got hit hard
Yeah.
because it's
Well,
so
the whole
small. The
front was
streets are
kind of
so
crap.
small.
The,
It's
the the
not.
whole front of the minivan was wrecked.
Yeah, it's not just. It's that. Plus, there's so many people, so it's like it's cluttered.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything be like,
Yeah, it's
it
New
be
York.
compact. It be compact and hard. Like New York traffic is when they say bumper to bumper, like that shit really be like bumper to bumper, like you can't move.
Yeah. You can't move. There's a lot of cabs all the time. It's a 24-hour town. So, and then the way they drive, people drive crazy anyways, no matter where. So, and it happened suddenly, but that's what happened.
Shit,
Yeah.
I ain't
He
mad at you.
said,
Go and
yeah,
get your money.
he said
Yeah, I think
he didn't know, he didn't have,
the reason why the story came back, I think, because this happened like April 17th, and he just now finding out about it,
right.
supposedly. So now they
No, well,
basically
yeah, that's
saying,
what he says. Because they
yeah, he
haven't
just
been
now.
talking, they haven't been in good terms.
Right, so he just now finding out about them being in an accident, and it happened
By the
like,
grandma, yeah, by
yeah,
the grandma's the one to contact him. So, but he was able to find out.
Crucial.
Just people drive crazy everywhere, no matter what.
oh yeah, that's everywhere.
And they're always in a rush.
They worse in the South though. They really can't drive in the South.
That's a fact.
Wonder what's the worst traffic.
Right. They cannot drive out here at all.
Do people drive a lot in Jersey?
We
Or is it like New
nah,
York?
not really, cause you know what? Like he was saying, cause you could catch a bus and you could get where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But out here in Texas, man, you need a car, and everything is wherever you gotta go. If you gotta go, you know what I'm saying. It's like more freeways out here. You know what I'm saying. So you gotta definitely take a freeway.
Right.
That's
It's
almost
like
everywhere now because everything's growing.
yeah, it's like a mile is like a real mile. Like
For real.
not no shorter.
Well,
Like a mile is a 1 mile, real mile.
Okay, so this is a top 10 cities with the worst drivers.
shit, Texas gotta be number one.
Hold on.
Seriously, because I remember they had that before. They have. Like they put it up on the highways and they tell you how many people got killed. Because with Texas
Okay.
freeways,
Yeah.
you got one ways, and sometimes a person, if especially if they drinking, they go up the wrong free. Because it kind of get confusing a little bit. Am I
Yeah.
right, Shantae?
Yeah.
Okay. So the
So you know, like I think they average like 1,500 deaths a year,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Texas is really
but
And you guys.
Texas is like the population is high, so I think it's like 22 million people here,
yeah.
something like that.
Everybody's
Oh,
moving
goodness.
to Texas. It's bigger houses and cheaper prices.
Say that one more time, sis. We didn't hear you.
I said everybody's moving to Texas, bigger houses and cheaper prices.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know a lot of artists is moving to Texas too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a lot of job opportunities also, so I think that's another reason why people are moving here.
Yep, that's true.
We have so many jobs here. Nobody wants to take them though.
Yeah, it's kind of like expensive out that way too. you know, but they pay good out there.
Well, yeah, if it's expensive, they gotta pay good.
Where do you
Yeah.
live?
I'm in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Y'all, minimum wage is high.
minimum wage is not that high right now. Not
It's
here.
15. So y'all minimum wage is like 16, 17, right?
No, 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 no. That's not minimum wage. No, minimum wage is like $9.
Really?
Yes, but that's right now a lot of jobs they want them to go ahead and hire people at least at a minimum of $18 an hour. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to go ahead and hire people. They want them to hire people at least at that wage so they can go ahead and basically make it out here.
Right. So they haven't passed that bill. Basically, what you're saying.
Right? They haven't passed it yet. They're
Oh, okay.
discussing
Because I
it.
know they passed the bill in Texas.
I didn't even know
Oh
people
yeah.
still make $9 an
Exactly. So
hour.
that's why I'm like, who still make $9? They, out here, the Walmart, the kids are making $15 an hour.
Oh wow, not here. No, just don't make no.
Cause I was
Yeah.
thinking about moving out that way. It was a hospital, and they was what I do. It I think it was like 23 to $24 an hour. So I'm really surprised that they still got the $9 minimum wage for McDonald's. Because again, King brother live out there, and he was saying like at McDonald's they make $15 an hour. So that's not true.
No, it is. There's just not a lot of jobs that do pay minimum wage. There's not, but that's I'm just saying that is the minimum wage, in this state.
Oh, okay, got you, got you.
Yeah. But there's not that many jobs. Like I said again, they're trying to pass a bill. They want people to go ahead, the employers to go ahead and hire people at $18 an hour so they could get employees because nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work.
I think a lot of people got lazy when COVID came.
Yeah,
That
they did.
happened. That definitely happened.
Oh, absolutely. And not even that, all the money that when COVID started, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people was getting a lot of money, and I won't say lazy. Let me take that back, because that's not nothing that I put in my vocabulary. Let me not say lazy. Let me just say this. A lot of people don't want to go and work at a place, because me personally, like I was working in children's, and I was like, even though I had my mask on at all times, but it was people, like we would go into a meeting and everybody would take their mask off, and then a week later they were like, "Oh, such and such is out from COVID," and I was, I used to be like, "Damn, I was just around this person," but thank God I never caught COVID because I kept my mask on. Even when we was in meetings, I might have took it down if I had to present something. Um, but I always kept my mask on, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I still got my mask on. King, he be like, "When you gonna take your mask off?" You know what I'm saying? I don't know when I'm gonna ever take my mask off. Because it's when you in that field, you kind of know the what's going on. So it'd be like, you know, like I don't want to get sick. I don't want to feel that, you know.
I feel you. I feel you. It's real out here.
It really is. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Yeah. Taya, we played your song
It was fire.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Fire, fire, fire. Yep. But yeah, I definitely still protect myself. I protect my family. Um, yeah. So sometimes when you dealing with stuff like that, it uh kind of gets you to the point where you be like, okay, guys, no, it's not time to do all of that. But to me, to be honest, guys, I always said this: that COVID was nothing but a new flu. Okay, it it might have killed people, and rest in peace to those. But I still think it was just another flu. Um, you know what I'm saying? It was just because they don't talk about the you know,
Well,
so
they were
go
just
ahead.
talking about it. You know, you talking about that about being a flu. They were just talking about it in the news here about how you had to go ahead and get a yearly vaccine shot for COVID, just like the flu. They've been talking about it. If it has the same symptoms as the flu and everything like that, they were talking about it already last year about that you might need it during, the second phase of it. And they're coming out with booster shots. Now they're saying you're gonna need a yearly shot. So they keep saying treat it like the flu. That's what it is.
So again, me just working in the medical field, um, you shouldn't be injected with that stuff all the time. I mean, when we were when because for a minute we didn't have to take the flu shot, right? And then they made it mandatory for us to take the flu shot. And every time I took the flu shot, um, it made me feel some type of way, like I just it gave me the flu, right? But since they had COVID or whatever they want to call it, COVID or whatever they calling it, I really, really think that people who took that shot shouldn't have took the shot because you still able to get it. You feel what I'm saying? Versus when we was taking the flu shot, we would take it. Hey, we might felt some type of way that day for 24 hours, but after that, we wasn't sick. So now I seen on the news today, which is crazy to me, where they saying that um if you did take the COVID shot in about 2 or 3 months, they basically saying you're going to catch COVID again. Whoever took the COVID shot is going to catch COVID again. And I'm saying to myself, how you going to catch it when y'all told these people in the beginning, if you get this shot, you will not catch COVID. You're going to be cured. Am I right or wrong?
Oh no, I ain't sure. I don't know what the shot was supposed to do, what it was intended
It's,
to do.
well, the shot was supposed to dumb down the symptoms, supposedly. So if you caught it, you wouldn't, you wouldn't be hospitalized, supposedly.
Okay, I did hear that. I did hear that.
But now they saying on the news it was they said it today that basically in 2 months whoever took the shot will get the COVID. They basically saying you're going to get COVID again, and I'm just confused with that. That's why me and my family did not inject that COVID shot in our systems, and thank God we didn't get sick. You know what I'm saying? We might have had a cold or something or whatever the case may be, but we did not get sick. And me personally, if you go back from when our parents was our great parents, you know what I'm saying? If they got sick, hey, they did the natural thing at home. You know what I'm saying? And even if we and like I had a cold, right? If I would have went to the hospital that at that time, they would have told me I had COVID. No, I don't have COVID. I have a
Right,
cold with a fever. Okay?
right.
Just because you have a fever don't mean you have
COVID.
COVID. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Now you want me to go and inject something in my system that y'all don't even know about. Y'all didn't
They
even
do know
really,
about. They do know about
huh?
it. They do
No,
know
they
about
did
it.
not listen to me what I'm saying, baby. What I'm saying is you can't when 2 years ago when COVID came out and then like 5 months later, they gonna say, hey, the COVID shot is gonna save lives, right?
Right.
People who got the COVID shot was dying after that. So it wasn't a fact to me. Anybody else agree with me?
No, I agree. It's just
Oh,
I
I
didn't
don't
hear
know.
all what you
I could
said,
tell.
but like I don't know. That COVID thing's weird because like I didn't get the shot, but my mom got both the shots. I caught COVID. I didn't know I had it. My mom caught COVID. She didn't know she had it. So like it was both the same situation for both of us. So I can't explain it.
COVID, the people get the understanding that the vaccine cures you from it. It does not. It helps build up antibodies so it's not as severe, but you can still catch it.
The thing,
Right.
have you all
So
ever
I
heard of
had a
oral?
family member that passed away. My cousin Shanae grandmother, Shantae,
Hmm.
Shanae grandmother, she took both she took both COVID shots and then she took the booster and she died a week later. So you get what
Oh
I'm
wow.
saying? So it's not for everybody to take that shot because it depends on your body. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
everybody can't take that COVID shot. So basically, when they was announcing it on the news, was if they wanted everybody to take the shot. Everybody can't take that shot.
Right.
You said something, bro,
No.
bro?
Yeah, talk about the COVID situation. Well, Tavon, when she was saying about as far as everybody taking a shot, it's kind of like when you got flu or if you got a cold or anything like that, that they try to make it be like a heightened level of it. What it is it attacks your immune system. So if your immune system is not strong, you're not healthy, then you have a stronger chance of dying. So when when that happens, what they had to do with COVID is they just put it inside. They put it in you, and then if your body's immune system can fight it off, then your immune system be immune to it if you ever come in contact with it again. But for those old people, you know what I'm saying, whose systems or bodies is not strong in that, they may perish. But what it is controlled. See what I mean? When the pharmaceutical companies or anything like that want to make money off of people, or they're not making as much money because it's all greed, what they will do is something called, it's old fashioned, it's called ordo out of chaos. Ordo out of chaos is Latin for order out of chaos. So what they do is anything like that can be airborne. You know what I mean? Anything like that can be airborne from a touch of anything. And I know it sounds crazy to think that, people would do this, but it actually does. What they do is they create some situation like that where death is happening. It's all over the news, control the media, whatever, and people go into kind of like an anarchy, like, "Oh my God, what do we do?" And then they create a dialogue, they create a policy, they create rules and create steps for you to follow, what to do, what not to do, and where to go to get vaccines and medicines. Only thing this is doing is training people to feel secure and feel comfortable. Like, yes, we're here to help you, but when you have to go get the medicine, who you got to go to? You got to go right back to those companies. You know what I mean? And it's called population control. Think about the earth. If it gets too inflated, you know what I mean? It starts messing up with the natural ecological system. So when they use stuff like this, is to knock certain people off and get other people that are feared. to calming, says, oh, here we got this medicine, this vaccine, but it's going to cost you. So it's only a way for them to get people to go in there and buy more pharmaceuticals.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's true.
Yeah, he was just spitting right there, man.
Yes, he was.
It wasn't all about population control because they started this right after they did the whole census, this the last on the census, and they took it. Then they already been saying we've been overpopulated. The whole world is overpopulated. They weren't able to control it, the population growing, so now they had to go ahead and diffuse that, so they depopulated it. Like you said, they went targeted the older people because their immunes are so weak. But then they realized it was going to go ahead and spread everywhere else where, everybody else that even had some kind of other disease or something like that was there, physically, that it was going to go ahead and, and affect them as well.
Why you think the Chinese got it first? You know what I mean? It's 7 billion people, bro.
Yeah,
It's
because
seven.
from over
Yeah,
then,
it's from over
the government
the
knew
government
about it, way before it came
way
here.
before it came here.
Say that
Yeah,
one
man,
more
that's
time,
crazy.
Yaz. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they knew about it. The government knew about it because they needed something. They were talking about also how the Social Security was basically running out of money, running out of funds because, we were getting overpopulated and more people needed Social Security income, stuff like that. And so it was going out of control. I mean, that's not the only reason. There's other reasons, so many reasons, They were also trying to go ahead and basically, Donald Trump was trying to go ahead and get people to go ahead and work. He wanted people off assistance. He wanted people to work and become, a growing business in this world, in this country. And the government did not like that at all. They want to keep people to a low level, low class, and then keep them separate, keep them in control as well because they want assistance. So they're going to go ahead and give them assistance, but there's always something with that.
See, the thing about the COVID relief funds is like it's simple, like mathematics. It's like a pyramid scheme, right? Like, say your country is in over 238 something $billion in debt, right? Like their trust, whatever, and they got to clean it up. Well, so 248, almost 300 million something people in America, right? So you add that up times 600, 1200, or whatever, however many checks they gave them. Every time you go spend that money, you can tax. And every time, most people don't know what to do with it once they get money. So once you get that money, you ain't gonna get them all going back the way. So you times that, say 200 million people got it. You times 1,200 times 200 million people and bring it back. That's enough money to clear up that debt. It's enough money stress. They can get it back, but it's gonna be increased tax.
You're right. But then look at what happened this year. They were talking about Social Security was running out of money, and now all of a sudden they get this huge increase because they had all this extra money, basically.
That's because the taxes pay for that because everybody on Social Security are in the community citizens and how citizens pay for taxes. I mean, how you pay for Social Security, care benefit, or either anything of those programs. They're about grant, but they use our tax money to do it. So in order to fund more tax money to open up departments, struggling departments, do
Well,
things
of
like
course, of course.
What do y'all feel about how quickly they rolled the vaccines out?
I mean, tell you the truth, I feel like they didn't really have time They said it take a while to get, a vaccine cleared. Like it was like the shortest time they ever did it. So I mean, I think if I don't know to save lives, they probably had to come out earlier than they wanted to. But I think they definitely rushed it for sure.
Anytime
Yeah.
you create a vaccine for it, the Chinese have been dealing with COVID since the 80s and 90s. They talked about it was not the small the reason why you look on see all them people in China wearing those masks. You know what I'm saying it was they've been living with that. They was telling us one thing on the news, but they were wearing the mask. They already had COVID. They just didn't want to hear getting scared and the community go to anarchy and go crazy and be looking for answers. But when you make like AIDS, you don't hear about it no more. Especially Dr. Steph, he defunked it. What happened to him? You know what I mean? He beat. I'm talking about. He beat like the feds. You know what I mean? So you know, it's it's big one.
Yeah, man.
So do you think that then China try to go ahead and throw this virus to us as basically like an attack?
No, it wasn't an attack. The attack China got attacked first. See, they had too many people that was overinflated. You got to remember, America owes China $1 trillion, right? And they've been
Hey, yo,
paid.
bruh. Hey, you spitting, man, but your phone in the matrix. I couldn't even let you go no further, man, because you spitting. But your phone kind of in the
Yeah,
matrix a little bit.
it cut it off. Yeah.
Somebody else had their mic on. But what I was saying is, China has over 1 million people in just in its army, just foot soldiers. So you got all these people that you can recruit. That's and every one of them going to go to war or whatever. You do think, there's certain things called psychological wars. There's certain things called how can I say it, bacterial wars or whatever. It's easy to let or viral wars, and that's what they were, trying to say they was going to the Middle East for. Really, we know that was for control of the oil. But yeah, man, people, they put it out there, man. You would be surprised to know the agenda and know the backdrop of what's really going on behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Everything is by design. They have go look up something called Mount Weather. You know what I mean? And you can look up and look in a book called Behold the Pale Horse, and it'll blow your mind. The guy that wrote the book is no longer here, and he spoke why.
Okay.